Welcome back to the Always Thinking Mindset channel, where we give you positive vibes and simple rules to achieve your goals. We share content to expand your mindset and overcome any obstacles that are in your way. This channel, we focus on personal growth and achieving your full potential, and it all starts with mindset. Now, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like today's episode, smash that like button. In this episode, we are speaking on 5 things to stop buying that keeps you poor. This is very entertaining, but I feel there's a few people that need to hear this. And as always, we start off with a quote. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having fewer wants. Epictetus said this, who was a Greek philosopher. And as you can tell by the quote, he says wealth consists of not having great possessions, right? The thing is, when we have a lot of material possessions, we think we own those possessions, but in reality, they own us. We have to keep up maintenance to the car. We have to keep maintenance to the house. And yeah, you can lie to yourself and say, I own this. But it probably owns you. And the first rule will speak on what we like to call entertainment. We as human beings like to be entertained. From the Romans to the Greeks to everyday people, entertainment's been around since the beginning. Now, why do we waste money on entertainment? Right? Whether it's music, whether it's Netflix, anything that can entertain us, we're willing to buy it. To either let time fly by or to pass time. And I'm not saying that everything is bad, but what I'm saying is that if you keep buying stuff for entertainment, you're going to stay poor. Some people have multiple subscriptions to Netflix. We have Max. What's the other ones? Hulu, Disney, you name it. In this day and age, it's so easy to sign up and be subscribed and have a bill at the end of the month, which generates to years and then ultimately hits your pocketbook. Now, the great thing about this channel is it's free. It's free advice, and all you have to do is click that subscribe button. The thing is, if we keep getting out of line and not being disciplined, we will stay poor. Entertainment is built to grab our attention and to focus our attention on that. And sometimes you have to pay for it. They want you to stay glued to the TV, to the internet, whatever form of entertainment, movies, series. The thing is, if you're constantly wasting money on this, that's sort of a bad investment. The wealthy does not get wealthy by sitting around on their couch. Now, I do believe in a stage of rest, but you have to put in the work. Entertainment is not the sole thing of life, right? You have to learn how to grow, educate yourself, build things, have goals, accomplish them. And if you want to throw it in there, then you can. But if you solely rely just on entertainment to get by, to not do anything, not have ambition, that's the problem, right? That mindset is going to keep you poor. Now, the next rule is buying fancy clothes or shoes. I cannot. This is one where it's so interesting that the rich dress like poor people and poor people want to dress like rich people or so-called rich and successful people. See, the thing with true wealth is that they're never going to flaunt their money, their status. In fact, they live simple lives. I know a few billionaires that actually wear everyday sneakers, drive a simple Honda, and you will never know that they are a billionaire. Now, there's a great book called The Millionaire Next Door, and I'm sure everybody heard this one. But real wealth is accumulation, right? It's an abundance. The thing is, you have to learn how to strategize, manage it well, but not waste it on simple things as clothes and shoes and status symbols and things that ultimately you want other people to see you as. Just news break. The rich do not care about that, right? They rely on investments, buying fancy clothes, whether it's Fendi, Prada, whatever mark or brand you're into. It's simply a trend, right? In 10, 15 years, that'll expire. If you keep buying expensive clothes or expensive shoes, you will stay poor. Thing is, there's no reason to have that mindset. The thing is, you're doing it to get accepted by others. And that rule does not even make sense in my head. You should never care about what other people think. You come before you. You're your own opponent, right? How did you grow from yesterday? That is the simple rule. Now, the next rule is buying a new car, right? When you buy a new car, any investor will tell you that is a horrible investment. Reason why? It depreciates and you have a steady note. Now, when you buy a new car, yeah, it's nice for maybe a month, maybe 2 months. But after a while, you get used to it. Then you just start relying on it as a regular car. And within 5 years, it's old news, right? What people don't understand is when you buy a new car, it comes with a new note. And this is what keeps you poor. The way the rich and wealthy stay ahead is they don't go out and buy new cars. In fact, they do have their toys, especially the really successful ones. But like I said, your average day people have a car, and in their head, their mindset is a car is only to get you from point A to point B, nothing else. See, if you're in the position of always trying to buy the newest and greatest thing or car just to flaunt it, that's going to keep you poor. You'll never grow. You'll be stuck. You'll be in debt. And that's kind of hard to get out of. Now, by all means, if you have the money, go ahead. But buying a new car is kind of overrated, right? There's nothing wrong with a used car. There's nothing wrong with driving a simple, reliable car. Now, the next rule is credit cards. You don't really buy a credit card, but I know plenty of people that love to get new credit cards. Why? Because they feel they can outpace the banks and say, I want these points and rewards, right? If I'm spending the money, I might as well be earning money too. The issue with that is that if you make enough money, you don't have to rely on the points or the rewards, right? In my head, it doesn't make sense to skip over the dollar just to get the quarter. That logic does not work. If you sign up for new credit cards all the time, and whether it's flying miles or bonus points and all this rubbish, the thing is that's going to keep you poor. Stay away from that. I know plenty of people that literally have stacks, good 25 credit cards, and they only do it because they're able to make the minimum payment, which ends up being a trap. Please be responsible with your money. You don't always have to get the new credit card or the new loan just because it's enticing, that'll keep you in debt. Now, this brings me to my last rule, which is food and alcohol. Sometimes I have a problem with this. Buying too much food out to eat. Alcohol is included. See, when you keep buying food and alcohol, you're wasting money, right? You're in a position that I deserve this. I work hard for my money. Yes, I can spend it however I want, but you're not budgeting, you're not saving, you're not thinking, you're more of being impulsive. If you keep wasting money on eating out, alcohol, these are things that you have to understand. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's there's no investment. This is what keeps you poor. If you don't understand and manage your money right, this is a huge burden on your income. I know people, and I've had bosses that use DoorDash and Grubhub or whatever other source, and they use it constantly because they gotten so comfortable to be where they're at, whether it's working or being on the couch. All they do is hit a button and food arrives. And in this day and age, it's become so easy, right? And they've done a great job at it. Thing is, you can get out of hand purchasing food, alcohol, whatever it is, at the push of a button. These 5 things that keep you poor, you have to be aware of them. I'm sure we can sit here all day and go down this line of lists, but be conscious about your money. You work hard for your money. Protect it, invest it, spend it wisely. I'm not saying you can't have no fun in life. All I'm saying is be a protector, a better navigator with your money to ultimately have a rich and successful life. When you buy material possessions, people buy them to get a feeling. That's all that is. Once the feeling wears away, what do you have left? You have void, emptiness, shame. But at the same time, you're always trying to keep up with the person next to you. Get rid of that mentality. Focus on yourself, grow yourself, and stop wasting money. The goal in the episode here is to be conscious and stop buying things that keep you poor, whether you know it or not. Have a plan, have a budget, manage money better, get smart at it. There's plenty of videos out there, books. It's so interesting to meet someone that just doesn't care about money. They know they make it and they'll lose it as fast as they make it. In the end, manage money better to have a better life. All right. Well, that ends today's episode. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like today's episode, smash that like button. You won't get any money out of it. Also, comment below. Tell me your thoughts on today's topic. Tell me if there's more. Tell me if there's little of what you buy. And if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. But, like I said, go out and be positive.